I want to talk about boobs. Not just any old fun bags. These tartars in particular. I don't know if you've noticed, but they are quite big. I'll stand sideways, so you can get the full effect. 38DD to be precise. Which is preposterous, since I only have size 4 feet. So according to the laws of physics, I shouldn't be able to stand up straight without tipping forward. I am, in effect, the human embodiment of the drinking bird. I'm not going to lie to you, they've been getting on my nerves recently. I was going to say tits. That's redundant. I thought they'd settled down when I hit 40. You know, sit nicely, start acting their age. Not a bit of it. They are still as unremittingly perky and desperate for attention as ever. They actually get bigger when I ovulate, which is really annoying, because then I keep catching them in my peripheral vision. I'm like, what the fuck is that? Oh. It's just my tits. I got so pissed off with them at one point, that I seriously considered getting a reduction, but my boyfriend at the time burst into tears, and accused me of trying to roll in his life. True story. I've got to admit they are a big hit with the guys. And babies. Who approach them with the exact same expression on their face. Although my husband swears up and down, that he never noticed them until the first time we got naked. I remember he did a double take, and uttered the immortal words, "Fuck me, where did those come from?" Like I'd been actively trying to conceal them from him. Which is impossible without 25 yards of crepe bandage and some mad origami skills. Apparently. I didn't always have massive knockers. That would be weird. I was a teeny tiny little girl in grade school, to the extent that my nickname was actually Twiglet. Up until grade 6, when the titty fairy came. Then it morphed overnight into Mamzilla. Ladies, do you remember that test for big boobs, that we all did in high school, where you put a pencil underneath each one to see if you could walk about with them? I could fit a whole packet of pencils under this one and a sketch pad under this one. Which was handy for quick portraits, but stopped me getting laid until I was 19. I still like to keep things in my bra. How's key, bus pass, snacks? Well, I don't deliberately keep snacks in my bra. It's just that's where my food tends to end up, if I'm not really careful. My cleavage is, in effect, a crumb collection device. Which is handy when you go to the movies, because a couple of hours later, when you get ready for bed, your boobs are covered in melted popcorn and bits of chocolate. Making a handy late-night snack. In Japan they've invented a bra that comes complete with reusable collapsible chopsticks built in. It's meant to reduce the amount of disposable chopstick use. And presumably increase the amount of women prepared to take their tops off and root around in their underwear in restaurants. So that's a win-win. I don't think the chopstick bra comes in my size. I'm the sad sack you see crawling around the floor of the lingerie department, desperately searching for something that doesn't look like scaffolding with a bit of lace thrown over it. I have to be quite careful when I buy my bras. I've got what's known as a very full cup, which means that my boobs are basically spherical. If I buy anything that's too low cut, I end up with 4 snack packs, or to all intents and purposes, an udder. I've tried the minimizer bra. That's shit. It just smushes everything into a kind of huggly mono boob. And I'll take snack packs over mono boob any day of the week, because in my book cow is sexier than circus freak. So my bras tend to be huge and apparently quite scary looking. I was staying at a boyfriend's parents' house one time and his dad came into our room. We weren't doing anything, thank God, but I'd left one of my bras in the middle of the floor. His dad physically recoiled from it with an expression on his face, like he expected it to snap shut on his ankle like a bear trap. or whisk him off into a nearby tree ready to be eviscerated by a predator. He overreacted, is what I'm saying. I don't like to take my movements too seriously, and I don't really appreciate it when other people treat them with too much respect. I dumped a boyfriend once, because he was a little bit too earnest about my tartars. If he'd said something like, "You've got a great pair of jugs," or "What a fabulous set of top bollocks," that would have been one thing. What he actually said was, "You've got really nice breasts." Which for me was the female equivalent of the cockadoodle downer. I understand that for most men, well some guys, well one bloke, these are too much to handle. I overheard one boyfriend of mine telling a mate of his that getting to second base with me was like climbing the north face of the Eiger. I thought that was a bit cheeky. Don't worry though. I had the last laugh. I made sure that he overheard me telling my girlfriend that scoring a home run with him was a bit like throwing a mouse into a cathedral. Don't mess with Mamzilla.